Whoops. Okay,
I
can
think
everybody hear
I'm
my
all
guitar?
set now. It's very quiet.
Okay, so it's gonna need to be louder.
Yeah, and I hear the fan from your
Yep.
AC.
Okay.
Whoa.
Better?
Good. Yeah. Well, I don't really hear the plug-in. I just hear a clean guitar.
Oh, you're not hearing the plugin?
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
So I'm in my office and John's just around the corner. We were going to be in the same room, but we realized I wasn't logged into my Zoom
Yeah,
in John's office. So I
yeah,
figured I would start the meeting here, and then when we're ready to play, we can all join together.
yeah. How about now? Are you hearing the plugin?
I don't think so. Do you have a clean tone? Do you have dirty on it?
Hold on.
I
That'll
hear
be the
a
litmus
clean
test,
tone.
huh?
Is there any effect?
How about
Okay.
now?
Are there any effects?
Well, just a little bit of reverb.
Okay, I hear dirty now.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
What plugin are you using, John?
So I'm using the it's the Apollo it's the Apollo Marshall Jubilee, and then I've got a
Universal audio.
yeah, it's that plus it's also the I've also got a tube screamer fed into it as well. You know, it's actually a tube screamer model, believe it or not. So anyway, so hi.
Everybody been up to this
Yeah.
month? Fun stuff? Musical adventures?
Yeah. I've been doing all kinds of stuff.
Well,
I'm
tell
kind of
us.
Yeah,
excited about it too.
definitely a musical adventure here. I actually, I think I told John this last time I talked to him, but auditioned for the first time for a band as a vocalist,
Really?
Oh,
singing instead of playing guitar. It's a nice
not
little
playing guitar at
step
all?
outside my. What's that?
You won't be playing guitar at all? Just singing?
No, no, and I didn't get the gig,
But
but
you
I ended
auditioned.
I auditioned. I recorded actually a couple of. So this is a local band that I've been playing with, sitting in because I have friends in the band, and I ended up singing a couple of Collective Souls. It's like '90s rock, Collective Soul songs, things like that. Recorded a couple of karaoke-ish vocal tracks, but it stepped me outside my comfort zone. So
Very good.
was happy about that. And I know you guys did the gig. What was it? A couple of weeks ago, where you debuted the new music.
Yep, we played at the
Sorry, I
Cape.
couldn't make it out there. I was really hoping to. Yeah,
All right, we're going to play again.
I'm looking
We don't
forward to
know
that.
yet when. Well, we are going to play in Westford, the Parish Center for the Arts, but that's not till March.
Nice.
We're working on some other things, like we'll be playing at Westwood Day with John's kids, the Infinity
Excellent.
Band. John's got a lot of gigs with no static.
That's the Steely Dan
That's the Steely Dan tribute band. Yeah,
tribute band. Yep.
yeah. So it gets
Nice.
so we have I have more gigs. We get more gigs with them. That's really fun. You know,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
that for me is just nothing but guilty pleasure.
I mean, it's Steely
Yeah,
Dan. Come on,
yeah.
you know.
But yeah, but you know, but you know, Julie like was sort of at that gig that we did. Julie was out there hanging all 10 of her toes off the end of the surfboard and just playing and singing her butt off. It was so great to see.
oh,
And yeah, like
Very high
that's
compliment coming from John Finn.
well, she keeps me honest. That's absolutely true.
yeah, it was a
Right.
lot of fun. And I think people, for the most part, they said they liked the combination of the tunes with vocals and the instrumentals together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That it was cool, which was nice. I
Good.
was kind of worried, thinking, what if they only want to hear instrumentals, you know?
yeah.
But it was cool.
So, so next week, Julie and I are going to be teaching at a program at Berkeley called Guitar Sessions.
Okay.
So essentially, what it is a week long guitar camp. Target, used mostly as a recruitment tool, but it's open to any and all ages. So what they do is you take a styles class. If you're a student, you take a styles class. You take what's called a fretboard harmony class, which is basically the mechanics of ins and outs of how to find things on the electric guitar, or acoustic if that's your instrument. And then you also play in an ensemble. And by the end of the week, you play a concert. So Julie and I are both doing styles classes on guitar. So that's exciting, but it's funny because as a teacher, what I always think about is like, okay, what the hell am I going to teach this year? You know, because like if you don't work on that, then it's kind of, you're showing the same old dog and pony show, and but then you never
Which is
know.
important information, though.
Yeah, well, you never know. The other thing too is you don't know who's going to show up. You don't know what abilities they're going to have, and you don't always know at the beginning what they're interested in learning. But you can't just kind of go up and say, "Okay, what do you want to learn?" You kind of have to show up with a plan,
Right.
right? So, yeah. So anyway, so Julie and I have been working on a bunch of stuff, and we thought we'd maybe share some of that, unless there was anything that that you had any questions or comments about, or wanted to talk about, or
Did
whatever.
anybody do a recording over the backing track that you put out last week? No? Or last month? Oh, wait. I wasn't at the last one.
Yeah, you weren't at the last one, so this
I
was me and Dustin, and so just you guys should have been there. Like Dustin and I, we figured out the absolute infallible law of guitar playing, and like but I can't remember exactly what it was we said to each other. We didn't so unfortunately I can't recall it, but in the moment we solved all of the problems of guitar,
All of the
right?
problems of guitar,
Was
all
it
the problems,
42?
all the
Yeah.
problems.
So you guys are
of the
going to
world.
be able to show that off right now, right?
No,
And-
no, never again, because
It's a one-off thing.
It was literally just me and John, and I'm reasonably sure that I called it guitar therapy, and I was like, "Yeah, thanks for just talking with me, John."
Yeah,
I think
it
there
was-
was
it
more
was cool. It
talking
was-
than guitar playing, but
it was fun.
solved the problems of the world. It was fun.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Wow.
I do have a question about that guitar program.
sure.
When you go and you do that, do you end up having a plan and then probably end up changing it probably halfway through, depending on the skill level that some students are at, or what
Yes.
they kind of like to do? Yeah.
So what I do is I'll show up with like 100 pages of stuff that I've got, which means that there's no way that I'm going to get through all of it.
Right.
So one of the first things I'll do is ask a student a bunch of questions. Try to figure out in that first day what they're interested in learning. And from year to year, there's some commonality in terms of what people like want to work on. I know for myself, I'm always working on my tone. I'm always working on my sense of rhythm. I'm always working on new ways to think about improvisation. Just like do new. I'm always thinking about just different ways to to sort of find ways to be creative. Things like that. How do I find my individual voice in the instrument? Like all of those things. Tend to be the things that come up the most. So I'll show up with like about 100 pages of different things, and then just pull from that. Okay, everybody, go to page 62. And then I'll sort of explain. Look, I've showed up here with way too much material. We're not going to get through it. Let's look at this. But then you have the rest of it. So if you're interested later, you still got that.
Right. That's nice.
Yeah. So, okay. So this year, one of the things that I've sort of noticed with a lot of with a lot of guitar players, and myself included, is this whole idea that like, okay, so you're playing over a chord. What scale goes with what chord, right? So how often have you ever grappled with that question? And um, and as a teacher teaching that, one of the things, so I've got I've got somebody who's like an intermediate level player, and they're saying, what do I play over an A minor chord? So the answer there is obviously A minor pentatonic if you're a rock guitar player. So you show them A minor pentatonic. Okay, good, fair enough. Okay, so I'm going to
Life
play an
changing, John.
A life changing. Well, for me, it absolutely was.
Me
But
too.
so
That's the first one you learn. You're like, oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing
right,
it.
right. But then, like over time, what starts to happen is you say, okay, so improvise over it. So here's a little groove in A minor. Okay, go ahead and improvise. And then, in many cases, of course, not all, but in many cases, I'll hear. Right? And so then that begins the conversation about phrasing.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, all right. So now it becomes right. So, okay, well, how about rhythms? Right? And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because if a beginner is going to do that and then start thinking about but they're just trying to get their hands around the notes.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's a good thing. The danger is if you get too caught up into that way of thinking, then you're too much of your brain processing is thinking about, like, I got to put my hands on all the notes of the scale, instead of thinking about, like, what kind of phrase should I play.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so so I worked on a little worksheet that I was going to share with you guys. um, so so what I did was I put together 4 backing tracks. Now, each of the 4 backing tracks, it's the same bass part, same drum part, different chords. Okay, so the chord progression is, like, in the first one is A minor, C minor, G minor, D minor, then C minor, D minor, F minor, G minor. Okay, so the chord progress, so the backing track plays each chord for 4 measures and then moves on to the next one. Okay, so that's the first track. The second one does the same chords, but they're all major chords now. So A major, G major, C, no, sorry, A, C, G, D, C, D, F, G. So it's the kind of thing, it doesn't really sound like a song, but the chords are changing, and if you're practicing improvising over it, part of what you're practicing is changing keys at the right moment. Then the third one is like all dominant 7th chords, so it's going to be a slightly different texture, and then after that it's a combination of major and minor, but with all the same roots. And I was a little bit surprised at how different each one of them sounded, even though I'm just basically just swapping out majors versus minors. Um, so
And you actually wrote licks for each one.
yeah, yeah. So that was the other
And
thing
you
too.
said when you played them, the minor ones, you just raised the third to the major third,
Yeah,
but it didn't sound right or feel right. Isn't
right.
that amazing?
Yeah.
To have different phrases for majors and minors.
Okay, so all right. Okay, so if you look in the chat, I've got that's the link for the minor version of the chord progression, and then
The backing track, you said?
the backing track rather, yeah. And then
All right. I think I'm going to come in there. Is that okay?
okay, yeah, I need you in here now.
All right.
Okay, and then this is. Okay, and then there's the PDF that goes with the minors. Okay, now I will say that when I put this together, like what I was thinking about was I wanted the licks to be as simple and as easy to understand as possible, because it's not the licks that's important, it's the idea. So each of these licks have the first one goes like this. Right? So everything happens on the third and fourth strings. Okay, so that's over A minor. By the way, can you guys hear Julie? Play a little bit. Come on in. Okay, hold
That's
on.
a long delay.
Yeah, let me get rid of some of that delay.
I love that.
And actually, let me put you up to the center too.
It's all right.
No, play a little bit.
I don't think it's coming through.
It's not. You can't hear her.
No, I can't hear anything coming through the mic.
Oh. Okay. That's interesting.
I can hear her for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dustin?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear.
Oh, okay.
You can hear?
It's really quiet. Okay, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I can fix that.
Are we hearing her through the input or just from his studio mic? Is kind of what I'm thinking.
Well, are you hearing her?
I can hear me.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. So
Okay.
maybe I can't.
Can you hear it with delay?
Are you hearing the delay?
I'm not hearing anything. That might be on my end. I don't know.
Do we have musician sound?
We should. Yeah,
Oh, it's
original
on.
sound for musician.
I don't know.
No, it's okay. If it's just on my end, then.
Okay, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and you can't hear her.
I can hear it in the background. Like, that's what I'm hearing right now. Like, I can hear it from the mic itself.
That's strange.
Okay.
If everybody else is hearing it, I can probably just try going back out and coming back in. Maybe that. If it's just me, then that's probably just my issue.
Yeah, I'm hearing both guitars.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
then I'll hit the link and come back in. Maybe that'll fix
All
it.
right. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the other room then, because I'll have to let him in.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay, so
Is that a Charvel back there?
yes, it is.
I think I have the same one, just in blue.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so that was that was her birthday gift for her 50th birthday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so let me see if I can find that. So I got like 100 screens set up. Simple rock licks, minor. Okay. So the chord progression is A minor. You can hear the backing track. Then C minor. G minor. D minor. C minor. So a total of 8 chords. D minor. Then F minor. play through it again. This time, just kind of follow along with just the chords. So starting at A minor, 1, 2, 3, A minor. C minor. G minor. Then D minor. 2, 3, and. Now it's going to go C minor, D minor, F minor, G minor. D minor.
Oh, D minor. Sorry, I played it.
F minor. Sorry.
All right.
G minor. Okay. Now I'm going to play the licks over it. Okay, back to A minor. 1, 2, 3, then. Then C minor. So it's the same thing, just 3 frets higher, right? Then G minor. Right, so very simple phrases. Then D minor. Yeah! There you go, Julie's got it. Okay, now let's do the same thing, but on the second and third string. D minor, C minor. Then D minor. Then F minor.
I get a strange sound.
Okay, then G minor. Yeah. Okay,
That's cool.
so as you can see, it's the simplest thing in the world, right? Do you want to? So now, one of the things I sort of deliberately did with this is that every single lick starts on the third of the chord. Okay, and you're playing the same lick, just moving it to different keys, and that's the skill that I want to try to teach with that exercise. Is that if it's all minor chords, you're looking for the flat third or that flat third of each chord. You know, and then you can kind of start with like if I just improvise over it, and I'm thinking about just improvising over the third of the chord, you know, where it's going to end up is, let me just do a quick little run. So. So
Nice.
what I'm trying to demonstrate is that as I transition from one chord into the next, you know, if you approach it that way, it often it's like the explanation makes it sound like well, that can't be very musical because it's so cut and dried. Start with the third of the chord, you know, and yet
It's very important note.
it's an amazing skill. Like the more I mess with that, the more the more I love being able to do that over whatever chord progression I'm playing on top of. You know, so that was why that's why I sort of deliberately for this track made them all minor chords, because it means that for every new chord the key changes.
Nice.
So it kind of forces you to sort of move your hand into the new key, but then you have a certain amount of time on one chord and then a certain amount of time on another chord, and then you're going further, right? So this is something I've been kind of playing around with a long time. So now I'm going to put Julie on the spot,
Oh.
and you want to give it a shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you tell me.
Okay. And then, if you have the capability to play the backing track and your guitar at the same time, I'd love to hear you try it too.
What's that buzzy sound? It's
Oh, that might be the noise gate.
Yeah.
When we turn it off?
Well, it's getting rid of a sound. Can
Right.
you hear that?
Yeah.
What is that?
That's just the amount of gain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we take it down?
Well, you can have less gain.
Well, I'd rather have less gain than that funny sound.
Okay. Play?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Okay, so actually, I want you to do a quick sound check. So here's the track. You can hear the track? You can hear Julie play on it?
See?
C. G. D. C. D. F. G. C. A minor.
Oh, A minor.
Yeah. All right, go around again.
Oh, I don't need to. Somebody else.
Okay.
It's fun. Nice, John.
Nice. Nice work.
Oh, thank you.
So okay, so what were your impressions after I just kind of throw that at you?
Well,
Like what were you thinking about? By the way, great job.
thanks. I was noodling around. It's easy to find the third.
Yeah.
You get it the first two, and then it's always in the same spot.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So the licks are pretty easy, right? So anybody want to give it a try? I think Zach wants to do it.
Zach.
No,
No.
no, he's gonna.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let's see. I have to pull it up on my laptop over here. I have to find the link.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
But when I get it ready, I can do it.
Okay.
Guitar club hazing, Zach. You have to.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you have to do
I know, you
it.
gotta throw
No,
me
you
right
don't
into
have
it.
to.
I'm sorry.
You never have to. You can always just.
No, I'll give it a shot. So I won't play like John or Julie, but we'll give it a shot.
Oh,
Yeah.
listen, we're all here because we want to play like John and Julie. That's how it
Well,
goes.
Yeah. So actually, the true hazing experience for Guitar Club is you have to play Yankee Doodle and sing the national anthem at the same time.
Oh,
I can't do it.
I better work
Full
on
on
that for
Chet
next time.
Atkins. Chet Atkins, where he was.
Is that
Isn't
the
there
one
a
where he
video of
does
Chet
that?
Atkins playing
There's one of those. Yeah,
Yankee Doodle and the national anthem at the same time, finger style?
it's insane.
No, that's not
I got
something
nothing.
I can do.
I've been working on Borsalino for like 5 years and still can't get it right. So
What's Borsalino?
the version I think that was on True Fire that Tommy Emmanuel taught, but
Okay.
the version I think that version is the one that was on the album he did with Chet Atkins when the day Fingerpickers took over the world. It's
Okay.
one of the most beautiful songs you've ever heard in your life, you know?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Yeah, he's Tommy Emmanuel. Boy, too bad that guy can't
Oh.
play guitar or anything.
God, right? Like if only the boy could play guitar, you know.
Right.
But no,
Did you-
there's a
it.
version of it that he and Chet Atkins did together, and it's just
Yeah.
The two
it's
of
the most
them.
beautiful thing you've ever heard, you know.
Yeah.
I'm checking it out.
So, Dustin, what about you? You want to give it a shot?
I would, but for some reason I'm having trouble getting a guitar sound right now. Like,
Oh, sure.
Darn it.
No,
what
sorry.
are you laughing at me for?
Peanut Gallery is giving you a little grief.
Look, you don't. I'm giving you a little grief every now and again.
I know.
I literally can't get my my sound going for whatever reason.
Oh.
The plug-in is like input not coming in. So
Malfunction.
Okay.
That's okay.
malfunction. If I can get it up though, gladly.
Okay.
I'm loving
You
this
can
one.
always go on
I'd like-
to the major one.
Okay.
You
So,
want to try the major, John?
sure. James, do you have a way to play the backing tracks and play over Zoom at the same time?
I think so. Yeah,
I mean, the simplest way to do it is just play it over the speakers in the room, and then
Yeah.
just make sure that you have original sound from
And
musicians
we'll
set
turn
to
our
on.
musicians sound off.
you hear that?
Yeah.
Can
Yes.
you turn ours off?
Huh?
If we have ours on and then he has his on,
Oh.
it interferes.
Oh, so I should turn mine ours off.
When someone else is playing, you have to turn it off.
Okay.
Otherwise, yours trumps the other, and you still can't.
Okay. All right.
Ah.
So ours is disabled.
Um,
Yeah, you're right. It sounds better.
Yeah, but when we're playing, we have to have it engaged for some
Right.
reason.
oh God. Okay. And this is the.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that sounds great.
I guess in theory I could do it.
Yeah.
Should I
I'm gonna see if
just
anybody's on this.
do it?
So just improvise over the track. They're all minor chords.
Okay.
So it's
John will call
A,
it out.
yeah. So it's A,
Yeah.
C, G, D, then C, D, F, G.
I think I got. Yeah, I think I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
We could show the PDF on the screen.
Yeah. Do you want me to bring the PDF on the screen? I sent it to everybody. Do we need it?
What about the people at home that are
Oh,
My
watching
issue
it
is just
too?
scrolling through it while I'm playing because I have terrible memory. But
I see. Okay.
I think I'm gonna write it down.
All right. So for those watching online,
Can you click on there?
I'm gonna put
It won't show on your laptop.
right. Oh, right.
You have to click on the, yeah. There we go.
Okay. So that means I gotta share.
Oh, look at all the new controls. I don't think I've done Zoom in a little bit.
There we
There
go.
must
Can
be
everybody
enough-
see that?
We got thumbs ups.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good.
Thanks, James, for participating.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna mute mine, and as soon as you're ready, you can go ahead.
Okay. All right. still.
Yeah.
I don't know how long
There you
I.
go. Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, that's really great.
Nice
Sorry,
work.
Yeah.
I was running out of.
High fives.
I don't know how many more times it was gonna go, but
It would
Well,
keep going, probably.
Yeah, I think the track plays it. It's either 4 or 5 times. I forget.
oh, sorry.
Yeah. No. It's fine. So I mean, so obviously you're not having any trouble finding the key changes.
Were you
And
thinking about the thirds?
Yeah, and I think each time what's nice is the guide tones become more obvious each time I go through, where I could just see how I could, just there it is. There's the next one, and that it's what first seems very jumpy. Actually, there's smooth connections as I
Yes.
kept doing it.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that as you repeat it, is like you say, you start to see those connections. Now, I just want to offer a little thing. There's a thing that now to take this to the next spot, you do the same thing, but just introduce other chord tones and your own versions of different licks. And the licks is only meant to just sort of demonstrate the idea. So to take that to a few things, like sort of do your own versions of the licks and practice introducing those. And there's a thing that I like to do, which is to, like, as the key change comes up, I'd like to introduce the new key slightly early of the chord. Now I'm going to demonstrate that so you can sort of hear what it sounds like. It's the sort of thing that it's cool, but until you realize how it's being done, and then it's like almost disappointing because it's so easy. But anyway, so here it is. So So in each of those cases, I'm leading into the new key slightly ahead of when the band is playing it.
So it creates tension, but then it resolves.
Yeah. So with a few of those key changes, some of them it feels like the next right note to play, but some of them it's like oh, you know what I mean?
What's going on? Oh,
Yeah.
there.
Right.
Nice.
I
like that.
Yeah. Cool. Actually, I'm gonna. Okay. So.
You want to do the majors?
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Or anybody else want to try the minors? Zach?
I was
Just
gonna say we
kidding.
can go to the majors because then
Okay,
if we're gonna do that, then I can pull up the backing track for that one and try it.
Okay.
All right. Let's do that.
Same idea, just different licks.
Yes. Okay. Oh wait. Okay.
I'm gonna add it into the chat here.
Okay. So I'm going to add it to the chat here.
This is the backing track coming now.
Yep. Here's the backing track.
And if you are watching on YouTube and you want the backing track or the PDF, you could just send us an email, juliefinnmusic@gmail.com,
Or you can join us here.
or you can join us in the Zoom because this is the cool place to be.
That's right.
And then
Any
we
place
just get
that
it
Julie
in-
goes is the cool place to go.
Well,
Okay, and then here is. Okay, there's the PDF. Now I do have two different versions of this sheet. Okay, so as you can hear, it's going to be this. So it's the same roots, but just all major chords now. So A, C, G, D, and then C, D, F, and then G. And then G. Okay. So that's the track.
love it.
Thank you. And then the licks. Very simple idea. So as you can see, the way I laid it
Wanna
out
share?
was the. Oh wait,
Yeah, share it.
share. Share. Okay. So the first so the first example shows A major pentatonic, and then the lick. Okay, and again, it's just like a two-string, very simple major lick that starts on the major third of the chord. So go ahead and play that one. Okay,
Let's
then
see.
C,
Oh, I see.
then G, then D, okay. Then the next four
Are on this.
like happen on the right. So that's for C, right? So okay. Then D. Then F.
Cute.
Then G. Yeah. So
Okay, I got it now.
yeah. Yeah. We'll try it.
Sure.
All right. Okay. So I'll tell you what. I'm gonna bring the track up, and Julie. So once you get comfortable, so how about this? Play the licks first time through, and then the second time through, just improvise.
All right.
All right. And I'll run you through the track.
Will you scroll so I can
Yes,
see it?
I definitely will.
I have never done this before.
Yeah, which is why I want you to do it.
Okay.
Because and part of the question that I'm sort of asking myself is, is this I sort of deliberately made it really, really simple. And part of me is wondering, is it too simple?
No.
You know, and part of me thinks it is, part of me thinks it isn't. You know, because it's working on one single skill.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So here we go. So I'll scroll as you play. Yeah. Okay. So A. C. Oh. So why aren't I scrolling? There we go. That's
There.
why. Okay. All right. Sorry. We'll try it again. All right. Here we go.
Am I on A on still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
G. Sorry, I got a little off the
That's all right. Okay, and those new set of strings. Yeah. And F.
the reason it's noisy. Oh, here's
Yeah. Okay, good. Top A.
and then G.
Yeah.
Where are we now? D.
D. Yeah. Okay, the new string set C.
Okay.
D. F. G. Yeah. Yeah. How cool.
Thank you.
Okay. So before I
guys.
before I go on, does anybody want to try it?
It's cool because you learn the lick and then you can modify it, but you have this memory of where it happened in the chord. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From your licks.
Yeah.
I know where the third is.
yeah.
I can hear it too when the next one comes.
Right.
I didn't do
Yeah,
the
that's,
fancy thing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out there, Julie.
Oh, that's okay.
That's definitely one of the things that I have learned from this guitar club, or have sort of like one of the things I didn't realize I need to learn as I became a musician is like, learning just to hear where you are on the chord progression
Yeah.
as I'm going.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
that I actually struggled with for a while. It's just like hearing the chord changes and
It's definitely a
And,
skill. Because
yeah.
when we, like what John was saying, you learn that minor pentatonic and you think, oh my gosh, I've got the key to the universe.
Right.
But then
you really do.
each little door that opens up, oh, I had one key.
Right.
Yeah, but then
There's
you
many
hear
more
that.
locks.
It's like, oh boy, here comes the wormhole.
Here it comes.
Wormholes.
Okay, so I just sent you. So this is sort of the next thing.
Do you have a diminished?
No.
Augmented?
So this is a combination of major and minor.
Oh,
Some of
that's
the chords are major, some of the chords are minor.
Tricky.
It just sort of implies some of the things that might be possible.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's see, major and minor.
Does Zach want to do major?
Zach, are you doing major?
If you want to get through major and minor, or I mean,
Okay,
I'll do
all
one
right.
of them.
Well,
I'll
we
do
only got
either.
2 minutes. Well,
Okay.
4 minutes.
Yeah. That's okay. You
All right.
guys can just go for the major and minor.
Okay.
No pressure, though. I mean,
Okay,
Do it
so
next
so
time.
the chord progression is starts with A minor, then C major. Right? So you see how just by that change, it feels totally different. And then G, then D minor, then C major.
C major.
Yeah, C major. D minor. Then F major. G major. Okay, so starting with A minor. C major. G major. Then D minor. C major. D minor. Then F. G. Right?
Nice. Beautiful work, John.
Thank you. So, so the whole idea is just one of the things I find really useful is, to really sort of have a clear indication in my head about where the chord progression is going, right? And then also have some idea of how I'm going to start when I get to the new chord.
And having something other than the root to start on is preferable.
That's why it's good to work on starting with the third of the chord. It's not because the third of the chord is necessarily more important than anything else. It's kind of more that if you start on the third of the chord, melodically now you have a place to go. Like if you play A minor and you open with this note. Like it's a stable note, but it also wants to go someplace.
Yeah.
You know, So I think that's something that's important to know how to do, is to, open the chord with a note that wants to take you someplace. Because then as you're improvising, it starts to feel like, oh, I know where to go. Like that's kind of, like Julie has said that to me many times. It's like, like when we're having conversations about music, about something, and I'm practicing something, I'll often get to a point where I kind of go, oh, I know what to do. She teases me a little bit about that sometimes, but
I do the same.
and she does the same thing. She'll get to a certain point where she's working on a tune and she's improvising, and then all of a sudden, like, the high gear kicks in
Because you know what to do.
because you know what to do, right? So it's not. I'm not saying that this is the single best and most important way to do it. I'm saying this is a way to approach it.
Very nice.
All right. Any questions or any comments?
Let's look and see September.
Cool. Zach, maybe next time maybe you'll play it for us next time.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it next
Okay.
time for sure.
You have to earn your keep.
Well, I think I need to earn my keep by playing next time if I can, get a guitar sound going. For whatever reason, my
Okay.
audio interface is just not working today.
Yeah.
A glitch in the interwebs.
Yeah.
Hopefully, glitch
Exactly.
in the interwebs. It usually works. Same sort of setup that I always have, and no working in the interwebs today. So
Needs a restart.
Yeah. It really does. So what's a good September date?
Well, my mom is coming on the 9th.
Ninth. So
The
the second?
second is Labor Day.
Okay.
Is that
How was that with everybody else?
Labor Day? Everybody
the
needs to
second?
work on guitar on Labor Day.
That works for me.
I'll tell you what. Well, instead, if it's Labor Day, then what we'll do is, instead of working on our guitar playing, we'll play,
And we'll have a barbecue. in the
and we'll have a
That would be-
barbecue. We'll have a
That would be-
virtual barbecue.
Love it.
All right. Cool.
We'll call it the Guitar Club Virtual Barbecue. I like it.
Yeah.
This was
Virtual.
amazing. It was great
Oh,
to
yeah.
meet you all, and
Thanks for hanging.
I'd love to come back and hang out again. This is
Yeah,
this.
if you want to sign up for the newsletter to get a reminder, just pop in your information on the Guitar Club page
Awesome.
if you happen
Yeah.
to see that. That's where you found the link, I think.
Yeah, Jane, she forwarded the
Oh, she did. Okay.
email to me. Yeah, but I'll sign up so you have it. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, John and Julie do this every month, and if you thought today was amazing, I mean, this is just
What's
the
your
expert.
Venmo?
This is great.
Oh, at
I
Julie
mean,
Finn.
we have a lot of
That's
fun
really
doing
fun.
this. So
Zach, that guitar looks pretty cool. What is that?
Oh, thank you. This is actually it's a It's like my first guitar actually. It's a Stratocaster, one of the Fender Squires, and I kind of like Frankenstratted it out. It's got the David Gilmour EMG pickups on them, and then I basically stained the guitar, polyurethaned it, and then just took a random painting that I had and glued it on there. So it's a
Like
bunch
a
of different
Mod
stuff.
Podge.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
basically. It was like I got it was such an old guitar and I never picked it up and I was like I want to do something with it, so I keep picking it up and then I just found a way to make it a little bit more cooler.
What do you
So-
think about those EMGs?
I love them because I told John this before. I love like Pink Floyd. Like I grew up listening to a lot of Pink Floyd, so the David Gilmour kind of sound that I was going for was from these pickups, and I like it a lot.
Wow.
My only thing with this is that I get annoyed with how many times I might have to replace the battery in it. But
Oh.
other than that, like I think it's worth it when you get to play it.
How noisy are they? Because I have these wonderful single coils in my Strat, and I love the sound, but they're just ridiculously noisy.
Yeah,
I
the
think.
EMGs I feel like they definitely do a lot better than like than like traditional ones. I haven't really experienced too many noise issues, but then again, I'm not like standing right in front of my amp at the same time too.
Okay.
Right.
But usually they can handle the gain and stuff pretty well.
Okay, good. I'm gonna try
Yeah.
it.
That's
how
cool.
much
Yeah, maybe we'll
how
see
much
that.
gain are you playing with? Are you like
Well, like usually I've got gain on like so I have my effects pedal. Usually I've got it about like half, like 5, just because I don't anything too much than that I think it gets muddy. So and it can handle that. So if that's where around you play, then I think that would work perfect.
yeah,
No,
you're not
I
like
have a little
diming
more
it.
than that.
No, not like Dimebag Daryl. No.
So
like a lot,
a
but
little
I
bit
like
of history
Bass
too. So
Records.
Zach is auditioning for Berkeley soon.
Yay!
Nice
So
job.
at
Nice.
some point, when's your do you have an audition date?
No, I got to get with admissions on that because they haven't given
Okay.
me a date yet. So I got to get back. But I'm hoping for November because I'm going to fly to
Okay.
Boston for it.
Because what I was going to say
Cool.
was the next time out, maybe you can perform your audition piece for the class
Sure, yeah.
for the guitar
Oh.
club.
Yeah, I'd
That'd
love
be cool.
to.
You know, and by the way, if anybody else has something, either an idea that they want to present or a tune that they want to play,
Yeah, show
we'd
us
love to
your
hear it.
stuff, please.
I would love to. And thanks for the backing tracks. I would love to actually
Mm-hmm.
keep going down that road like I was doing last
Yeah.
year. You know, like recording something over the backing tracks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
that's
You
a
can send it as a recording, or you can
Yep.
play.
Haven't had the
live,
time to
or-
do it, but I would love to make the time to do it. So
yeah,
Cool.
man.
thanks for the that guys. And
Okay,
Our
so
pleasure.
so 2 quick points. So if you get the if you like it, please tell your friends out there in YouTube land. Tell your friends. Click on the link. Come into the room. And
Zoom.
the only other thing that I just wanted to mention is if you feel comfortable supporting us, you can Venmo at Julie Finn, spelled JuliFinn. You know, customary donation. You know, honestly, whatever you want to contribute. You know, typical seems to be around $10 or so. PayPal is john@johnfinn.com, JON@JONFINN.com.
We appreciate your gifts.
Yeah, and you know anything like that helps us kind of stay in the game and get better at this. You know, like the whole thing that's happened with Spotify and us earning 0.00003 cents per play,
Oh,
you know, kind of forces us to look
and
for
then
other
they don't
ways.
pay you at
Yeah.
all unless you get to 1,000.
Yeah,
it's thievery. Yeah.
you know, the last
John,
thing is the
I
last
think-
thing is this is your club too.
Yeah.
So
Tell us what you guys need.
yeah,
and how we
definitely.
can help you and support you.
Yeah, James, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, and I think somewhere on my shelf I have one of your books. The
Oh,
was there
modern rock.
was
Yeah,
there geometry, fretboard geometry? Was that one?
Okay. So that would be advanced modern rock guitar advanced modern rock guitar improvisation.
Yes.
Oh, cool,
Yay.
cool.
Yeah.
That book was a labor of love for me.
I remember like the way you name the shapes. The yeah, that was cool.
the
Yeah,
warp refraction field.
Yes, the warp refract. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And I think didn't you wrote for like Guitar for the Practicing Musician for all those
I
years?
did. I
I
did.
have somewhere I have those issues like up in my attic. I have all those old magazines. I have like
Oh,
Yeah.
I love the days of magazines.
Yes.
And there was the new one in the month.
Right.
Oh, so exciting.
Yeah. Which
Well,
that's
so-
the other thing too is we're working on recording a couple of new albums. We think we're releasing them on vinyl. You know, just for
If anybody
that
loves-
whole thing. You know, it turns out there's a bunch of people out there that love vinyl.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a turntable in the other room. So
Nice. Awesome.
On.
Me too.
Very cool.
So, John, you said just before we get off, and I know you guys have to get going, but you said that this is our guitar club. It's obviously
Yeah.
your guitar
Yes.
club, but why don't we? Just a thought, and we don't have to do this, but wouldn't it be fun to try to write a tune together as a guitar club? Throw some ideas out there and put a tune together.
Well, so maybe maybe a way to start that
Yeah.
might be something like one thing I used to see is somebody would put a backing track out,
Okay.
right, and then everybody would and then what we do is sort of allot a certain amount of time on the track, and it's like okay, from a minute and 15 seconds to a minute to 2 minutes and 10
Right.
seconds is your solo.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
That's fun.
and then put together. That's a fun way to do it.
That could be fun.
You know, just because
Everybody
because
instead of sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, but instead of someone improvising over it or something like that, like everybody puts in like this is your
Sends in
minute
a
this is your
recording.
minute.
yeah. So
Sounds
how about
interesting.
this? I'll work on a backing track for next time.
Okay.
And if I don't come up with something, we could pick one from one of the ones I've already done.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if somebody else happens to put one together and wants to use that, that's fine too. That might be fun to do.
Right on.
You know, what we could do is use the meeting to sort of figure out who's going to play what where.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Kind of
You
like
know.
work together on it.
Yeah, and then and then after that, sort of work on a way that everybody submits their own thing. Does everybody have a DAW?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So then so then what we do is record your own solos,
Hmm.
right? And then and then send us the stems.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Love that.
very cool.
Yeah, like maybe get an email chain going or something so we can keep that conversation going.
Well,
Whatever's
yeah,
necessary.
if you want to, let me let me play around with just coming up with a track that I like for that.
Yeah. I mean,
No.
I don't mean to impose. I'm just throwing out an idea.
It's a good idea. It might be fun.
Could be fun.
And
Yeah, man.
also, when everyone's done and the whole thing, and you guys put the whole thing together, if I do I do like video editing and stuff like that. So if you have like each
Oh,
person in their
fun.
little window playing it, I could then take the final thing and put the whole thing together. And
Ooh.
Love
it could be
that
like
idea.
I noticed a lot of that during like COVID. People were doing that where they had these long 4-minute things, and all these famous guitarists were like soloing over something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I was
Me
actually
too, Jeff
involved with
Beck
that.
too.
A friend of mine named Anthony
Boots.
Garone did a performance of the song "Fracture" by
Oh.
God
King Crimson.
King Crimson's "Fracture." And what he told me was he gave me the music and he said, "Okay, I want you to play these 8 bars and record and submit a video." So the final version of it is that everybody playing 8 seconds worth of it, and but the whole tune is represented. It's actually kind of hilarious.
It's amazing.
It's
Nice.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's a guy named Andre Antunes or Antunes or something on YouTube. He does like "Get Lucky" by Daft Punk, and like in the style of 5 or 6 different guitar players. Same general concept. But
That'd be cool.
That-
All right,
that's a
that'd be
fun
fun.
yeah, I'll send it
All
to you.
right,
Yeah.
all right, cool. All right, well that sounds like fun. So September
Yeah.
2nd is the next
September
time.
2nd.
All right,
Second it is.
all right,
Have
great.
a wonderful month. Hopefully you rock out. Get
Yeah.
a lot of guitar playing in.
Yeah.
You as well, guys.
Definitely.
All
right.
It was nice to
Yeah.
meet you, James.
Nice
Zach,
to
good
meet
luck.
you. Thanks for
Good luck with
hanging.
your
Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome, man. Thank you.
Thank
Welcome to
you.
the club. Nice to meet
Yep.
you guys.
All right, bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for joining us for another guitar club. And if you want to join us in the Zoom, just go to juliefin.com, John and Julie's Guitar Club. You'll be able